Joining me today is Denis Smirnov, a stand-up comedian who's doing stand-up comedy in Serbia. Did I mention you're doing stand-up comedy?
Yeah, a couple of times, but I think you can do more.
We started doing comedy with Denis kind of at the same time, and we were doing open mics. I was doing musical comedy. Denis was doing one-liners. Denis persisted and continued doing that somewhat successfully, and I failed. Now I'm on YouTube. Denis is also on YouTube. And by the way, I'm Vadusha, and I'm the greatest expert on punchlines in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. Jokes aside, I'm Vadusha, and this is my channel where I try and make the world better by making it have more songs, preferably mine and yours. Denis, on this channel, we're looking into how to write songs, specifically song lyrics. And one of the key points is converting associations into stronger ideas into punchlines. And you might be the expert on punchlines. Is there any method behind how you construct your punchlines?
The problem is, I don't know because I'm doing stand-up comedy 10 years, and yeah, I can do some, but I don't have any structure. Every time I'm happy that the punchline works. It's a surprise. I'm happy with the crowd. Like, oh, you like it? I liked it too. Great. Yeah, there are some ways.
Before you present your punchlines to the crowd, do you have an idea what will work and what doesn't?
Yeah, and I can be horribly wrong. That's why the open mic is the place where you're like, this stuff, I don't like it, but they might, so let's bring it up. And you just doing everything. And sometimes you can see this on comedian's face, like, I knew that it will not work, but okay, let's keep it going. So yeah, but nah.
It seems that the process of songwriting and lyrics writing is a bit different, and the particular difference is this checking if the material works with the audience. So you're using open mics as a screen for your punchlines. Can you explain to the viewers what an open mic is?
The open mic is a bit weird situation because people who like attend open mics, I don't know what they want, because it's only comedians with new material, like all brand new jokes. Sometimes it's like good joke, but most of them are doing it for the first time in their lives. And they are just, I don't know, they are happy to see how comedy is growing right in front of them. Like, wow, now this joke will work. They die mostly. Long story short, open mic is when you can try new material, like in front of 5 people.
We don't have the luxury of testing whatever we come up with today at an open mic. We'll just make a song out of it. But what do you normally do before you hit the open mic? What is your writing process?
Mostly, I'm taking my ideas from my notes in my phone. When I see something weird, when I hear something weird, I'm like, that's weird, I need to type it in. And after a couple of days, I'm like, what was weird last week? Like a recap of my week. I'm like, oh, okay, teapot. And sometimes you don't know what does it mean because it was like 3 days ago. Teapot is weird. Okay, Denis from the past, we will work with the teapot. But yeah, after that, you're trying to describe, to explain people why it's weird, why it's funny, why it's necessary, unnecessary, don't know.
So you have a journal of weird things that had happened to you over the course of time, which is somewhat similar to my music writing process. I have a cloud folder full of little snippets of guitar riffs and melodies and chord progressions, which I come up with, record, and forget about, and then return to them once it's time to compose something. But with lyrics, it works a bit different for me. My process is straightforward and methodical. I choose a topic and I write into the topic. When you pick an idea, so those are weird things you see around you. When you pick an idea, what do you do with it?
It's not like obvious that something that is funny for me will be funny for people. Sometimes you need to explain why it's funny for people. That's a tricky part because lots of you musicians trying to hide what you're trying to say. Like metaphors and stuff. We need to be strict. We need to do like, I need to show what's great about it. So I'm trying to be clear as I can.
So clarify the idea. Is there a process behind clarifying it? Do you just explain the situation? You add context?
You need to make the setup shorter. The setup, it's the first part of the joke. It's like the start, the premise.
What you have in your notes, are they setups, the premises, or are they jokes, the punchlines?
In my notes, it's mostly just words. It's just like sample of my mind. It will become a joke or idea or something bigger only in my laptop.
Okay, what you do in a laptop, that's the most interesting thing.
Most of the times I'm I'm trying, for example, for one-liners that we will be using, I'm writing like several one-liners, and sometimes I'm trying several one-liners, one after another, with the same premise, which is sometimes more funny than the joke.
Let's pick a topic and see if we can combine the process of joke writing with the process of lyrics writing.
Okay.
We'll use a random word generator. A number between 1 and 10.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Face. All right, let's go with a face. That's very generic. What you do first in the way I write songs is to associate around the face. So I say like nose, eyes, forehead, hair, mustache, beard, brows, lashes, chin probably. What else you think about when you hear a face as your topic?
I don't really like how professional you are in separating face in small parts. I have questions about your hobbies. Teeth, lips, wrinkles. We are old enough to write it down. Wrinkles. And for comedy, you need to have pain, so yeah, wrinkles.
Thanks for reminding me.
More wrinkles.
Any situations that are face related, like you can fall face down.
Okay, Vadim.
Any other situations?
Face off. With John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Face Off movie. Let's stop it there and pick something we do like. Let's go wrinkles. I like falling face down. Mouth, which is nice because you can shut it. Face Off the movie. Let's take wrinkles, the one you pointed out. I guess first we need to come up with setups for wrinkles, right?
We can use for these the awesome Judy Carter Comedy Bible.
This book.
I'm not too familiar with the book yet, so I guess it's about praying for punchlines. First, I think we need to write down deeper associations. Not just words, but like whole situations. For example, wrinkles, you never wait for them. You don't care when you're a kid, but when you have some, you're like, no, not that good. Let's go deeper one layer down. For example, you can fix your wrinkles. You can ask a doctor to fix your wrinkles. And as we know, sometimes a human being stops being like a human being. Yet people are like, is it the same person as before? What happened?
So far it looks like bits and pieces of thoughts, which are deeper than the first level of associations. These are like level 2, level 3 associations. We have at least 3. You don't want them. They just arrive. We can find something that you also don't want that just arrives, like taxes or some other adult thing.
Yeah, and it's better to be not like body related, because wrinkles are already body related enough.
Like the police.
Yeah, or bus, when you get hit by a bus. And your skin will not be the same.
So you're adding up to the original punchline.
You find in something similar and you explain why it's similar.
Let's take the bus thing. You don't wait for them. They arrive just like a bus and hit you. And like the bus, the skin will never be the same. The process from there is to take the punchlines and place them in strong positions, which is as close to the end as possible. I guess this one's a tagline, which is the final one. This won't work unless it's in the very end. The bus punchline becomes a setup for this one.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that on the first try, we end up with 2 punchlines. Because, yeah, it's 2 of them. They just arrive much like a bus punchline that hits you. More punchline. We have 1 more. Skin will never be the same.
So we rhyme from there, rhyme backwards, fill in the lines, and we have a punchline. This is how you arrive at a punchline.
Wrinkles are like buses, they're coming to us. Though we never waited, but bam, they just came. Hitting us hard, and much like with the bus, our skin will never be the same.
Let's sum it up. We took a topic, we associated around that, we took the most interesting associations and associated some more, but instead of single words, we used situations and life scenarios and thoughts we had around those. We took those and then compared them to something else that fits the situation. From there, would you take this and go and test it at an open mic?
The biggest problem that 1 time is not enough. You cannot try it 1 time and say it's good or it's bad. Even if it's bad, you have to go 1 more time on stage with the same stuff you know that is bad and try it out again to understand that, yeah, it's definitely bad. 2-3 times on open mics. After that, you can decide. Or if it's bad, try to rewrite it.
That seems like a tedious process. That's the difference between writing song lyrics and comedy, unless you're doing actual musical comedy. So this is how you arrive at punchlines while using associations to dig in deeper. Please subscribe to Denis's channel. The link is in the description. Denis, is there anything you would like to tell the viewers?
Don't be so sad if you're attending some comedy. Enjoy! If you go in somewhere, you want to be a part of it, but when you go into some comedy event, you want to judge. Don't! I hope that all of your subscribers watching some comedy offline, please be nice to comedians. We want to bring you joy.
There's a special place dedicated for your judging, and that's the comment section. Please do leave your comments in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching the video till the very end and not skipping any bit of it. It lets you know the video is worthy and promotes it across different viewers. And most importantly, it makes me happy. I wish you all write a song full of good punchlines.
Because you're awesome.
Yes, you are.